So looking forward to that. Today is Build a Game. If it sounds like my mouth is stuck to something, that is because it is.
Your mouth or mouse?
I said mouth.
Mouth?
Mouth.
Oh, mouth. Oh, okay.
You know, I'm eating.
Eating.
So without further ado, I did actually do a little bit of work off screen.
Cheating.
Let me actually bring up source tree to indicate what I did.
Oh.
So I have this separate branch where basically I fixed a drunken driving. I did figure out what the heck was going on with that. I fixed the camera, and I think I updated the menu screen so it looks something like this. Look at that. Alright, so we're not going to be here sticking around with the menu for too long. We're going to go to Build a Game. And to recap where we were, because it was quite a while, as 2 weeks always proves to be quite a while. Right now I'm controlling the XZ plane, so you can see me controlling with the up, down, left, right arrow keys. And I don't like this camera perspective, it should be a little lower. But I also made it so that you can shoot.
Yeah.
And one small change that I made is made it so that the torpedo will continue flying for a while, and as a consequence of that will destroy a bunch of blocks. I really do not like that XZ camera, I need to fix that. Alright, well, already we have me being a bit fussy about the small things.
Alright, I'm gonna turn that off now.
Yeah, sounds good. That doesn't work. Let's not maximize, and let's also play music. We're going to...
Music.
It is going to drive us mad. Oh, there's no music.
Yeah, I don't hear any music.
I think I took out the music. I did.
Yep, no
I
audio.
apparently did. Alright, so anyways, the XZ camera here, let me see if I can kind of get into a good example. Okay, so this kind of sort of works, but I do want it to be a little lower. About that, that looks right. Copy. I just noticed it flicker and not like it, so I'll try 3.55. That didn't fix it.
Mm.
4.27, let's stick with that. As I completely break my own rules and not stick with it. Hey, that looks right. More or less. So you can actually, like, it feels like there's an actual, oh no, no. So now it looks like, yeah, there's a purpose in this game. Huh?
Yeah, just 0.01 more.
Whatevs. I think my scripting in that is a little borked, so it's gonna need some little bit of help next time. But yeah, and my computer is really not liking this. I can hear the fan scream. I can also hear the fans scream, but that's besides the point. Yeah. With that in mind, we should, I'm gonna switch back to the title card, we should probably take a look at what sort of suggestions has been made so far. Oh, right. It's a good thing that I'm hiding this.
Yeah, I just see the transmissions thing. You're good.
No one will ever see what I'm doing.
Keep pass and two-step.
Alright, so this was the whatchamacallit stream, build a game.
Build a game. Build a game day 4.
Oh, well. Not what I wanted. Alright, so here's what I see on my screen here. And I see nothing new. Oh.
Alright, polish it up.
Well, yeah, it's time to polish it up. So
Polish it up, sell it, put it on the store, put
we're,
some assets on it.
we're all done here.
An asset flip.
Yep.
Enemies?
I had an idea, but
I guess, yeah, what's the purpose of exploring? Are they finding something? Is there collectibles? Is there collectibles in this game? It's kind of like exploration, so what's the...
yeah, we're gonna make it so that you try to collect some stuff. The problem is that I need to figure out how to generate assets. So I'm going to take the lazy way out and have a computer do it for me. If I can figure out how to have the computer do it for me,
Yeah,
that
that
is.
sounds more difficult.
Unity. Procedurally create model. Okay, yeah, no, I have to do that. That's annoying. Never mind.
You want to create a mesh procedurally? Like what something looks like?
I was thinking about just having a bunch of primitives and just tell the AI to generate some random primitives, and then it will be based off of whether the user feels compelled to collect it or not. That will be used as a factor for whether it'll try to continue using that, which means that we have to train it quite a lot.
Well, there's an API for just creating primitives. You familiar with that, right? Unity. Where you go
For
like,
meshes? Oh, you mean for making primitives?
Yeah.
Let me check.
yeah, gameObject.create primitive. So I mean, I would just do like random 1 to 4, but that's not machine learning or smart at all. But yeah, this will just create the primitives, right, that you see in your windows. I mean, here you can use this to then create the primitives and then position them. Then you also got to make sure it's not positioned on any of the ground, or maybe you don't care about that because you could shoot through it, so maybe it doesn't matter. Like if it's positioned inside the ground, I guess it doesn't matter in this game. Like,
No, there are ways. Well, yeah, you're right. It doesn't really matter too
it's
much.
actually kind of encourages them to do that, to use the bullets, so that doesn't matter really.
Well, let's start simple. Let's look for a quick model.
You gotta be careful with these models, right? They're gonna be like,
Well, it's like
what, 50,000 triangles in one of these things?
let's
No, you should just use the asset store.
treasure. Collect. Coin. Oh wait, it's a Katamari. Clearly, that's what we want.
Let's see that.
Well, I like this.
The planets? Yeah, that kind of works. Too bad to like.
It is a poly by Google.
Okay.
It is public domain. No, it's a CC BY license. Never mind. I don't trust it, to be honest. Well, yeah, let's go for that. Let's go for this. And let's go for eggplant. Oh, there's a GLTF file, but now I'm going with OBJ.
Yeah, good luck, have fun.
Oh, it's CC BY 3.0. Got it. Okay. It sent it here, but that's fine. Project models, open. Oh, nice. So now the only problem is whether Blender will cooperate or not. And apparently Steam, for that matter.
Are you just going here to save it as an FPS?
Hey, it worked. And the plan is to... We're on Saturn, right?
How do you know? Is that... Okay, sure. Are you just gonna delete them and save each out?
Z...
Uh-oh. Sweet. Okay, you just gotta reset it right now. Yeah, I can't help it.
That's about it.
I forgot the shortcuts for doing that.
Yep, that
it's
is...
probably like hit 5 buttons at the same time to do it. Shift, Control, Alt, S.
Collectibles. Planet by Google. Ah.
Yeah, there it's credited.
And we are supposed to export this to an FBX.
Yeah, you'll have to reapply the textures, but that shouldn't be a problem.
Let's make sure the licenses are properly updated. I don't need this mellow file, actually. Submarine. Planet.fbx by Google. Alright, that's that. I need that. And it's one of these. I'm guessing it's this one. Well, I guess we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Now, which one is which? Let's close this.
Ah, okay, you just apply it and see which looks better.
That kind of matters to me. Alright, it's this one. Wow, it's big.
Yeah, kind of a big blender, but you never know.
No, that's...
Well, the scale's at 100 for some reason, not at 111.
How very strange. Huh?
The scale's at 100, 100, 100?
Oh, that's fine. I'm not too concerned about that. That is interesting. Does that mean that with proper directional light, that actually looks right? Yeah? That actually looks right. Alright, cool. A 3D object. Okay, so that's where that is located. Don't need these for the time being. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with this proportions. I should probably use a super tool.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. I'll say I'm okay with this. And then I should have a spin. Sure, that sounds about right. And more importantly, this is supposed to be a trigger. This is supposed to be a rigid body, I think. Let's go with that. It's kinematic.
So we're getting word that we're not live on YouTube. Taco Pill said we're not live on YouTube.
How very...
And the video looks strange, but I don't know. That might just be because how you're editing it, that kind of looks strange.
Says we're live.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, we can delete this. How about that?
The other one's unlisted.
Oh, well, that's the edit link. Whatever. I'm done. We've solved that problem. Alrighty. So, we have this little sphere thing. It'll be nigh impossible to see. So I'm going to also add a particle system. It will emit in all directions. Heck, let's emit it in a donut. That doesn't very look.
No. Well, I don't know if that's what you're gonna use, but
How is it? Oh, that's how it's donutting. The question is, do I want to? I think the answer is yes, I want to.
you want a donut?
I want a donut. Nope, that's not what I wanted. No! Donut, come back to me. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know how you're working with all that stuff going on.
That looks about right, and then we just need to make sure that the size, so the start size right now is pretty terrible. Start with 0.1.
I don't know, we're getting comments we don't see the video, but... So that's, I mean, YouTube we're not showing.
YouTube, we were on the wrong URL.
Yeah, and Twitch I'm seeing though.
Because we should be visible here. Ta-da!
Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think when you schedule something, it gives you a different URL and you're expected to stream to that URL. But I didn't configure it for that purpose, so that's on me. I think the start speed could be just a tiny bit larger. There we go. Mode random ping pong. Don't know what that did. I'll go with this.
You want that color? I guess let's see what it looks like.
You want me to change color?
Well, I don't know how it's gonna work. Well, I don't know, we'll just see. Because everything's gonna be like this shade of gray, isn't it?
No, I don't think this will be. It'll be light independent. What contrast well with green? Red.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably see what it looks like against the world backdrop before I made any decisions.
Oh, weird. It shrunk terribly. Biakuas.
The particles down seeing here. Oh. No, now I see them. Yeah, that's very cool.
You could probably make some more voxel shapes too, in the meantime. And then, how do I want to approach this? So...
The collectibles, like dispersing them? What are you thinking right now? How to disperse them? How to pick them up?
Yeah, let's just make it so that you can collect and call it a day.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know what else you were thinking there.
I was thinking about, like, do I want to make it so that when you shoot a torpedo, it'll destroy it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just a different trigger and trigger intercall, huh? So I mean, it's fine.
Your voxel range. Yeah, let's do it that way. Oh no. Can I have my voxel back, please? Thank you.
Alright, I gotta add it to his score.
And then...
Turn it to the pool. Is that what you got set in here?
Oh, I see how it works. Yeah. Trying to remember where I pull it. Oh.
Pooling manager?
No! Oh, that's right. Return to pool is actually simpler than that. And then, in the level generator, all voxels. All collectibles. And wherever. Yeah, let's just say low collectible probability. Yeah, we'll set it to 1/10. And let's pull a range between 0 and 0.5. Here we add a voxel. We position the voxel.
So this is where you're going to decide if it should also add a collectible at the same position?
Yeah, I just realized I have this created voxel as a way of keeping track of where things are, which is kind of important. Let's see how this is actually used. It returns to pool. On a just plane. Okay. Does a voxel contain coordinates on where it's at? It does. I could wing it.
Just do it here, you mean? With the voxel itself instead of...
I'm inclined to just wing it. Yeah, that should work. So now, instead of all voxels...
Grab a random number of voxels from that dictionary, right? And then just use those.
But this checks to see if it's a unique vector location. So that actually makes no sense whatsoever. Excuse me, where else is this being used? It's being used here for add, and it's being used to remove here. Next coordinate. If to add is false, if... Oh no. Also if created collectibles dot contains key next coordinate also equals true, then essentially do the same thing as before. Just with a different set of thingies. I need a arm brace.
Oh, are you getting like
Carpal tunnel.
carpal tunnel?
Yeah. Remember, kids, position our hands in a comfortable position instead of like me. When you're typing, that is. Also, you should totally learn to type really, really fast.
Yeah, you should. It's a lost art with the younger people. They type pretty fast on the phone.
Do they now?
With their thumbs, yeah.
I thought they just scream at the phone and then the phone will type it for them.
No, that's old people. Oh, we're just taking a moment's break here. Taro's just eating. This is snack break.
I am a snack breaker.
Snack breaker here, yeah.
Alright, there's a part where we added. And then we're going to say collectible. Just getting a prefab. Random collectible prefab, which is well thoroughly named because I should have named it better earlier. While I am doing this, I need to check to see if random.value is below the probability. Before I even consider to do this. All right. I am going to try some that really not at all smart idea and see if I hit gold. Good luck, everyone. I think you're all going to need it more than I do. I probably got this reversed. Wow. Oh yeah, no, I did get it reversed. Whoopsie daisy. Good thing I caught that. Because that's me being a little not straight thinking.
I left my bag out there.
Oh, you did?
Error. Oh, I guess that was.
So, hey, that worked out. And then, now that it has this, just double checking. I think this should work. Oh.
Did it work? Or how can you...
No, it didn't because I forgot to add the level generator. Add to the level generator, I mean.
I see a bunch of red.
You saw nothing. It says all voxels right there. How about collectibles? It's right there. All collectibles.
It's not showing anything this way.
Yeah, it is right there. It's showing poorly. We could probably create a bunch of voxels with different colors to kind of give it a little more variety at some point.
Sure, yeah.
Alright.
Nope, it didn't work.
You who defy my command, heed my word, for I shall take over the world with a submarine.
Oh. Oh. Maybe that probability is a little too high. It kind of looks nice though, huh? Is that what you're going for? Like, no, these are collectibles, they're not environmental effects. Oh.
Why is it... Why do they feel like they have physical?
Yeah, maybe they do. The particles or the
Oh, collectibles for some reason has a box collider.
because your collectible requires it. Your collectible script.
You're
I think
right.
you have to make it a trigger. I think it should be fine, right? Like, is the box collider a trigger?
Should be very easy for me to remove that requirement.
But you also gotta make it a trigger though, because it's on trigger until you collect it. Oh no, using that trigger. Let's see. Okay.
I also did not see the planet spinning, so let's make that happen more likely. And yeah, let's decrease the probability of that happening. Alright, so what's wrong with the camera right now? Hey!
Yeah, I guess we would be seeing yay if the console was up.
And it is not. So you're right. I placed the script at the wrong place.
No, you can do it, just put and drag it. You can't do this.
No, because of
All these dependencies.
I can figure this out.
Well, that's just all the required component stuff, that's all. You got it. Alright, round 3.
Oh, I'm missing. Okay, that's good.
How do you go up?
There's one.
Huh. Well, I don't see anything in the bottom left.
Yeah,
Does that have a tag player? Yeah.
it does have the tag player.
The other thing
How does triggers work?
you typed it. One of them has to. Your player has a rigid body.
Yes.
You should be fine then. I would just check the compare tag string, right?
On trigger enter collider. Collider other.
Yeah, I think that's spelled right. Just what script does the player have on it? Just check the get component then instead.
Yay 1. Yay 2. What is it?
Just check to see what script the player has on it, like player move. Then you know you hit the player. There's no collider on the parent object of the player, so you probably have to do. Yeah, see how this.
It's right there.
That's so far. It's so deep.
Maybe that needs to be also tag player as well.
Yeah, give it a go.
How very strange.
Yeah, that'll probably do it. Do you have a way to go
there
up?
it is,
Yeah,
we did it.
Yay too, yep.
Huh?
Do you have a way to go up and down?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I thought I saw it earlier, but
Right here. Here we go.
there you go. Yeah, a little fish in the sea. collecting all the rainbow Saturns.
The depth perception here is pretty terrible. But the whole point of this is to dig, and dig we shall.
You can go find something there? Oh, I see something. Yeah, let's see, I'll just... Oh, in my head. Yes, no. So those particles do give you a little clue, that's nice.
Oh.
Oh, maybe it's above you.
Oh, jeez.
How do you shoot up?
Hmm?
Can you shoot up? Oh, yeah. Like, so you can instantly turn that.
Oh, there it is. We did it.
Nice.
This camera. I know I just reverted it earlier too, so that's on me. No, apparently not. I'm kind of shocked in a way that this is the only one I'm having troubles with. Maybe it's the other direction. I don't know. We're gonna find out. So I'm thinking that wherever the player is, I'll first detect how close a voxel where it's supposed to be created is, and then make sure that there's like a 1x1 or 2x2 sphere around it, so where it does not generate.
Okay.
Yeah, it just does not generate
A voxel?
a voxel, so that like you're encouraging this activity more than what you were saying earlier, which is just like really confusing.
Yeah, because then you would see those empty spaces and stuff.
Right. Like this is interesting right here. I'm like, okay, well I see this. Is it something that's up?
I think you got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's not as clear. But if you had the empty space.
Right. Because this is like the more interesting part of this game, at least to me.
Yeah.
So let's do that real quick. So right now the initial position here, we are going to change that. Yeah, see if I can. No, that kind of works actually. Add voxel initial position. Well, I guess we do want the initial position, but we are going to make that a private vector. Dot x equal random dot range negative int dot min value int range top range equal min value divided by 2. That's min, I meant max. I will say it.
It's close.
I'm not gonna comment on that. There we go. Surrounding add voxel. Offset coordinate. Okay. So it's offsetting right here. grab a voxel. But the only thing we're going to change is that if the position, yeah, let's do it quickly that way. Is there a way to get the distance oh, there is. Pause.
You have to put the vectors in there, yeah.
Initial. If this is greater than, excuse me, if this is less than or equal to 2, return. Just flat out skip this, the rest of this operation.
No, says no.
Let's see what happens. I may get very unlucky, or I may get very lucky.
Da, da. Well,
I feel
that's unlucky. You're inside. Oh, interesting. Does that happen before? We start inside. I feel like you just have a voxel everywhere.
yeah, no, so that didn't quite work out as I planned. Why did that not work out as I planned?
That initial position's only set once, not for each voxel.
Oh! I think I have the answer.
Well, we like answers. Hang with you.
I could actually just go for square magnitude at this point. And then it's 2, so it's
4.
8.
8. Oh, yeah.
No, I think you're right, actually. It should be 4.
Square? It's just a square number? Oh, that's kind of cool right there.
Yeah.
Was that what you were doing? You were clearing space at the initial position?
Yeah.
You wanted to see what it looked like? Okay. Well, that looked good.
So I'm actually randomizing the initial position that you start with.
The player starts with.
Yeah.
And then clearing out space.
Mm-hmm.
And is this something you're gonna then you use that for the collectibles too?
Yeah, it's right there, see? Collectible.
Oh, I mean, are you gonna clear out space for the collectible when it spawns?
No.
No. Oh, interesting.
I guess it should come with like a jingle saying like you got it.
Some kind of cue.
Yeah. Like I'm relying on the 3D follow even though the camera is not very useful here. That annoys the heck out of me that the camera is not useful right now on these sides. Why is the camera so not useful right now? This annoys me how much the camera at the top is not useful right now. Bring it up to 4. I know I keep hitting this dead horse.
Yeah. 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4.
Like it's useful right now.
Yeah. Not there. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Hey.
Found it.
Oh, it's wow. It's not useful here. Okay, so that one's downwards. Yeah, it's why would the cutouts not work out as well as I hoped?
I don't know. Maybe you gotta watch it in the scene view when you're moving around. See what's going on with the camera.
Let me try something silly. I
No,
have
we
a
like
feeling that... Huh?
We like silly. Go for it. Well, you see the light.
Right, so it's too close, which is fine.
Oh, I guess you could. I don't know. Maybe that's not. I wouldn't have to do that.
Yep. Alright, so we have collectibles. We don't have any indicator to let you know how many you've collected, but we've got them.
So, do we have collectibles then?
Don't ask such existential questions.
What is a collectible? Is it something we just return to an object pool?
All will come clear eventually. Oh, that's kind of a cool effect.
Nope. There we go. Oh, it's a big cavern.
Alright. Oh. Okay, well, we're gonna keep swimming around here. Oh. Create an opening without knowing it.
Yeah, I mean, there's no. You're not really collecting anything, you're just touching things and they disappear.
I was thinking like we would AI the whole thing, so it would write like a description and everything.
A description of what? The
Description of what you just collected.
Oh, like, okay. So it comes up and says you just collect a lost artifact from blah
Right.
blah blah.
We'll feed it the script of Sunset.
What is the script of Sun? Oh, like the movie Sunset?
There was a short movie called Sunset
Cool.
that was entirely written by a computer. It was a sci-fi in theory. It was a sci-fi short about people using blood to fuel things. Then the guy spits out an eyeball.
His own or someone else's?
Huh?
His
No,
own
that's
eyeball or
the
something?
short. Like our hero spits out an eyeball at one point.
Just out of nowhere, huh?
Right.
That's cool. Oh, those machines are morbid.
Yeah. Actually, like the acting in that short movie is really impressive. Like, there's this really, really well done and emotional performance by one of the actresses that is fantastic. But you listen to it carefully and you're like, what?
That didn't make sense.
I mean, it's so close yet so far.
We seem to be getting lost in this game here.
Alright, well, we did it. I'm going to pretend the camera is fixed.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Oh, whoops. I did not meant to press that shortcut. I meant to press the other shortcut. The other one in the other hand in the other corner. We shall commit this.
You said source tree here?
I don't want to stage these. I also don't want to stage these either. You know what, I should probably just go through and actually delete these. Archive and archive. Okay, it's trying to, really? Okay, well, okay. There we go. Now that we properly staged everything, I don't know what I am doing, but there are Saturns inside of Saturn's moon. So okay, we got those. Let's add music.
Well, I was just clicking a file over, right?
Yeah, I was debating on how I wanted to approach this music business. So here it is.
What?
We're going to use an iPad.
To do what?
Good question. To generate music.
How are you gonna record?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Can the iPad record itself?
No, I don't think Windows has a way of screen recording an iPad.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna be recording the sound, but
No, I'm actually generating music here. I'm gonna keep that around for now. I'm gonna keep that around too. How's the chat doing?
It's fine. No updates.
iPad screen sharing Windows 10.
You gonna mirror that?
See if I can pull it off. Hopefully it doesn't require me to install something. The answer is yes, it does. Okay, that's very annoying.
Well, I recently learned a website called Ben Sound. Have you seen
I have actually.
It's pretty cool.
Apple's alternate to Miracast streaming. Apple device must have AirPlay. Add Lonely Screen by downloading it for Windows on this button. Oh.
Oh, money.
Oh, we don't have that money. So you're just gonna have to listen very carefully to my amazing composition. I'll make it very, very loud.
Yeah, so back to how you recording it.
I email it to myself.
Oh, because that thing does record it, the iPad.
It allows me to, generate some stuff. Well, let's, so I discovered that there was more instruments to the keyboard than I initially thought.
More keys?
On the iPad GarageBand.
Oh, yes. Okay, that's why.
So recently added. Nope, that's not what I want. Oh, there's. What's this?
We want some kind of underwater exploration music, right? Or under space.
Do we want something that's underwater?
Or space-ish, some exploration, right? This doesn't have to be underwater.
I like this.
Are you kidding me? I mean, I feel you'll have to add a lot more color to the game to use that music.
Oh, I like that. Well, let's give it a shot. Oh, that's offbeat. I need to re-record that again. Yeah, I like this. That's actually a really strong start. Where'd my loop go? No! Don't lose this loop. Showing grid. Where? Alright, well, looks like I have to do that again.
Let's remember how to do it.
I'm gonna figure this out. Nope. Nope. Oh, I did it! I mean, that loop works great. Nope. Nope. Just in general, I kind of like the idea of. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Discovery 4 computers now have Discovery, go and throttle up. Discovery Houston, press to ATO. Lift off at the clock. Roger, 0J, and I feel fine. 5. That's 1 at Tranquility Base here. 5, 4.
I like this. We'll need to dim this a little bit. Show and tracks view. Oh, it doesn't work as I hoped. Okay, I actually like that a lot. No? Oh, that's how I do that. That's not what I wanted. What? Settings. Gain. No. I don't know why I'm hitting gain. What I meant to hit was global snaps, length, play mode. Huh. I can reverse it. I like this better, actually. Alright, let's see, what other random loops can we find? House. And this can be anything. I like that. All right. Copy. Paste. Let's see if my master plan is working.
What does it save it as? What does it save it as? MP3?
I can save it into WAV or AA3. That's quite a shift in tone. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about this tone problem for a bit. Oh, okay, interesting. That only triggers. That's only 2 bars long. I have to think about how I want to follow up with these jingles. Because my synths are not working. Let's take those out. Does this work? No, it doesn't. Boo, 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 boo. What is another good instrument that works well with those Glockenspiels or whatever you call it? Oboe. Yeah, that actually sounds good. Let's go back. Yeah, that actually sounds really good. No, I don't want loops. I'm gonna keep generating a bunch of instruments until I'm happy. This is the most exciting thing you're seeing on screen.
Yeah, nobody would be seeing that.
Yeah. Nope, that doesn't sound good at all. Kinda wanna go with clarinet this time. No. Nope. Nope, that doesn't work. That didn't quite work out as I hoped. Oops. Let's try that again. Maybe this autoplay composition just doesn't work. I think that has too much shock value. Nope, that's not what I want. Oh, okay. That didn't quite work out. Feels an awful bit short. Yeah, that feels an awful bit short. Oh, there's my octaves I was looking for. I don't know if I'm boring everyone here, but
Yeah, just let us know when you got it.
No. Oh, I screwed up. Nope. Alrighty, where did that place that track? I placed it there, which is not where I wanted you to be. Thank you. And now I have to probably actually generate some new tracks. Recording to settle. Maybe I should actually like listen to all these compositions. I got that note wrong too. Whoops. Nope. I don't like that. Yeah, that didn't quite work out as I hoped.
Not the music.
See if I can find a loop to cover me on this. Let's add an instrument. Yeah, let's add the guitar. Because everything is better with guitars.
Acoustic or electric?
Does it matter?
Yeah, there's a difference. It's quite a bit different.
I kind of like classic better. What is that notation? Now let's kind of follow it through with only the guitar at the end. Alright, yeah, okay, so I will figure out a way to record this then. Let's try it. I don't need... Oops, I wanted to delete this. There we go. Let's try it right now. Oh, I screwed up already. Why? Yeah. No, back. This is compelling stuff, I swear.
Yeah, probably better if we could see it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Chris thinks the game, the screen's frozen.
Yeah, the screen is frozen, in fact.
Oh, is it? It's not just sitting there? It's not frozen, just nothing's happening on it.
Yeah, see? You can see the mouse move. Did that record correctly? That did, actually. I'm shocked. Okay. Then this will be... Why is it recording this way? I don't know why. Then, I know you can hear a whole lot of shenanigans happening. Okay, and then this part I'm going to record this. Yeah, stop that. Let's see. Let's see how this all sounds together.
In the game?
Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's close that song. Did I give it a name? I don't think I gave it a name. This is probably this song. Okay, it is. Let's first give it a name. We'll call this Build a Game. And then let's switch back to normal title card here. As I share this to myself, I will share it as a song. Yeah, high quality is fine. And I will say share. And I will... let's drop in my... Will Dropbox work? Let's give it a shot, see what happens. And, in theory, we should have the super compelling... I said Dropbox, I meant Google Drive. It claims it's exporting. It's doing everything. All right. It says it's done. I'll refresh the browser because you can't see that on the screen. And say, oh well, it says saved M4A. Yeah, save it here. I don't see it anywhere. Well done. Where did it go, GarageBand?
If you know the name, can't you just search the name and search Drive?
I'm gonna try the next best idea. which is email. You know, the email.
Yeah, as long as it's under 25 megabytes, it'll be fine.
And then let's see, what should we add into our game after that? I was thinking machine learning. I mean, we just need to download this. That's the master branch, incidentally. We probably want to grab the test. Oh, weird. They only have up to 5A or 5B. Kind of makes sense to grab the... Yeah, grab that instead. Does not make sense to grab this. Hey, just... Hey, Taro. I'm sending you a song that I created for my iPad. I hope it reaches you in kind. And then there is a special folder. Oh, see, I made a GarageBand song. Now I just need to download it. Let's see if that works. Let's delete that. So what's new? With you, yes.
Not too much. What do you mean? Just we made it back to the game finally, huh?
Huh?
We got back here now to the game with the music in there.
Yeah, we finally got music in here. That's a positive turn. And then
we could consider sound effects at another time.
Hmm?
Consider sound effects at a later date. Huh?
Yeah, we should consider that. In the meantime, let me try dropping ML agents here.
Yeah, do you know how to work with that? Oh, I guess.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Do I know how to work with it? No. No, that's all I have to add.
No. So what are you going to use them for?
Good question. I don't know.
You gonna teach him how to make a voxel?
Oh, it claims that there's a bunch of documentation in that folder. Interesting. Show bunch of blah 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 here, and intelligence, community, and feedback. All right, well let's actually switch up the screen now that we don't need a couple of these tabs anymore. Overview, multi-armed, use in real game, a beginner's guide. Perfect. Look at that. Blah 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 blah. All right, I'll get to it some point. Anyways, show. Here it is. It looks like it wants me to fix a few cameras, but right now it's loading really hard in trying to import my sound effect right here. This should be this should not be forced to mono. This should set that to streaming. This should in fact be Vorbis, that I agree with. And then let's switch this, change background music. In the meantime, here we go. So I'm going to drive everyone mad with this music. It's the least I can do. Oh, weird. Alright, I like that mysterious voice. That was a good choice, me. Maybe I should have made this part a little longer. Yeah, I should have made that part longer. Oh, I'll render that music off screen. Wow, the music is really sloppy. I thought it sounded good in my head. Yeah. The camera, it's not useful. Alright, well, I mean, feels like it works from a music standpoint. The music itself is not very good, but that's a different story entirely. Let's see if we can, Yep.
Who's Linnea? Is this the one in chat? Is this your last session? Is this your last session for Build a Game?
No, I think I still have 2 other.
Oh, Abby. Okay.
That's not the, is this it? Yeah, this is it.
Water shower?
Water shower. There we go.
What the heck is that for?
I'm thinking to myself, the propeller could use this. Okay, so these could be useful, and then this callback particle we're not gonna need. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So I'll take this and this, but I won't need this. And their speed is absurdly high. Let's change that to just 10. And they also take gravity, which let's set that to 0. Let's set this also to 10. So that makes it look like it has a lot of impact. We'll need to decrease its size quite a bit. Yeah, we'll need to decrease the size of this significantly. The mission shape could be reduced by a bit. I'll still decrease this speed by a significant factor. Yeah, okay. And then we'll just drop this on the submarine here. Have it turn around this direction, all 180 degrees, and have it move a little bit to the back right there. It is still very large from this screen's perspective. Yeah, so it is still very, very large. Shape. The angle is probably fine. Yeah, the angle and all that is fine.
Maybe max particles? You lower that down?
Max number of particles? Well, it's clearly size over lifetime. It's clearly this.
Doesn't seem like it.
You're right. It doesn't seem like it at all. Oh, here it is. That's very wide, but the core is really large for whatever reason. What could be the cause for how large this thing is?
Is it using a sprite sheet? Does it make
It's the same size regardless. Oh, it is the same size regardless. Render alignment view, that is fine. Max particle size, those are all fine. It's in the default render layer. We can also decrease the, well, it's not really the lifetime that's a fault here, because, like I said, it seems to be that it sticks to the same size, regardless of distance from camera, which doesn't make any sense to me. Sorting order, rendering layer mask, collection probes, no masking, local, world.
Ugly.
Facing. So, I made a mistake of discovering Crunchyroll. That's a different story entirely. We are not sponsored by them. But
Control? Oh, yeah.
I did,
It's a streaming service, right?
yeah, I did watch a couple of tunes.
Yeah, which one did you watch?
I started watching Mob Psycho 100. I actually finished watching that.
Oh, started and finished.
Yeah. I finished, I just recently finished Planet With and Zombieland Saga, excuse me. There's an important distinction. Saga is the name of the town in Japan that it's set in, so
Okay.
yeah, this kind of looks okay.
Yeah, it's the close-up view. Yeah, I don't know. That is a looking game, I guess. That's fine.
Yeah, let's see how it looks in the game. It's going to.
I guess I started watching Attack on Titan.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't seen those.
Yeah, people kept telling me to watch it. But it's pretty bingeable. It carries over. Radio's lead now, those things are tiny. Thanks, sir.
No, it looks fine to
It
me.
really shouldn't be happening if it's not.
Huh?
Oh, it's not moving, right?
Right, yeah, no, that's me just testing.
Yeah. Besides that, it's okay. Top-down view looks better.
So yeah, I started watching. I did watch Psycho Mob 100 with the recommendation from one of my roommates, and it was really good. It was very well paced, and it constantly, towards the end of every episode, it constantly introduced a new plot line that at the very end of the season it did a very good job of wrapping up. So it was paced well. It definitely was written in such a way that you were always encouraged to watch the next episode. It was also pleasant to see that, unlike One Punch Man, which I did read the comics of, manga of, it did a very good job of what's the word I'm looking for?
Don't know.
Particle effects. It did a very good job of particle effects.
Particle system.
But yeah, it was really well. Oh, right. It did a really good job of having a relatively dynamic character as the lead. Because One Punch Man is has a very static hero, and that's the joke. But in theory, Mob Psycho is supposed to be more staticky, but the writer gives a lot of flexibility in how to interpret him. So there are a couple of parts where, despite the fact that the show kind of establishes some rules, the hero just outright breaks. Jet particles. And then here we go. Update. I kind of really wanted to like Zombieland Saga. You know the story behind it?
Nope.
No. Do you know the story behind Mob Psycho?
Nope.
I don't know. Let's see how far and deep I can go while typing at the same time. Mob Psycho's story is there's a middle schooler that has ridiculously powerful telekinetic powers, and he, for whatever reason, is being on whatchamacallit, not phone. He is right now working part-time for this other adult who claims to be an exorciser, but he plainly is just a normal human being that's really good at scamming people. And it starts the first episode is just that's just it, that's the premise. But after that, it does a good job of asking okay, well, why would this kid who is ridiculously powerful in his telekinetic abilities want to actually stick around with this guy? And it starts answering a couple of those questions that leads to much larger problems in the world. But the 100, the story behind the 100, now that the Psycho and Mob being the lead character's name is explained, is that there is a percentage meter that shows up periodically that speaks about the strength of a specific emotional state that Mob is experiencing. And basically, if it goes to 100%, he loses it. Why is it?
It's not working.
Yeah, it's not working.
At all.
It's not working at all, with emphasis. Now, why would it not work?
Maybe it has to do with play stop. Just turn it active on it, but I don't know. You have to be the game object, right?
Oh, this is a get. Okay, I see how this works. Is the particle system may stop emitting on the emission module? So right, there is an emitter, particle emitter. What do you mean by deprecated?
They don't support it, but it still works.
The emit? No. They always make this difficult. The particle systems is so strange to me. Particle emitter. It's a legacy class. Okay, and then emission, perfect. Dot get burst enabled equals true. And then it won't accept that because this needs to be a specific variable, which is particle emission module. How annoying. So yeah, that one I recommend. I know Frederica is watching this. Planet With was like, it was clearly made for kids, but it kind of was unexpectedly good. Planet With. It's written from one of my favorite manga artists, manga writer, who, after trying to search for any other information about him, I'm like, wait, he recently directed an anime series, and that is, oh, there it is. We did it, everyone.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
But yeah, Planet With.
If you stop?
Hmm?
Does it stop if you stop?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, one of them is not stopping.
okay.
I mean, that.
That's probably what was happening last time too. The other thing wasn't working.
I'm kind of okay with this.
Yeah, that's fine. Still a little bit of something going on there.
Yeah, alright, and then
Are
there's
you gonna have the thing? Are you underwater here? Is it slowly gonna sink to the bottom?
yeah, Planet With. If you read the description of the first episode, it says our hero, or our amnesic hero, is suddenly told that there are the 7 Sentai fighters in mechs that he needs to fight against using only his tools, which is, for whatever reason, a cat maid and a cat. A bipedal, really tall cat. And it's like, oh, okay, that's a premise. And then you watch the show, and then within 1/4 of the show, you're like, wow, that description was not very useful. I don't even think that's the plot anymore. But yes, there are a lot of mechs in that. There is a prominent cat character who is a very strange character, to say the least. But is actually very important in the plot. And it went in very many directions I had no idea what it was initially about, and came back really satisfied. Kind of okay with it. You can shoot infinitely because I added no limits whatsoever.
Oh, this seems to be some kind of refresher. Shooting rate is the limit. You can't shoot 1,000,000 in a frame or something.
Right, no, there's a time limit.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's this?
Not the blackness.
So maybe we can add a few more voxels while we're at it. Actually pulling some... give the world a little more color. Right?
Yeah, like smart? Is this thing you use machine learning for?
No.
So
Eventually I'll get to the machine learning someday.
It doesn't have to be smart colors.
Yeah.
It could just be... What are those things? Are they just regular game object? Can you just change the color of the mesh material? Like at runtime?
I'm thinking... So... Okay, so I have those, that's fine.
Federica says she's seen a couple episodes of Planet With, but she needs to watch more. It's
I see.
series.
It was not what I expected. I liked it a lot.
No, my anime list only gave it 3.5.
Yeah, like I said, it's not... it was clearly made for kids. Which is kind of a shocker, because the other manga he wrote, which I'm a huge fan of, Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer, is decidedly much more mature in comparison, and definitely covered a lot more darker subjects than this show did. But yeah, it's actually really good. I think Mob Psycho is better paced and thus more entertaining to watch. Patrick was the one that recommended me Zombieland, and the first 2 episodes were excellent. I kind of lost interest in the 3rd episode, and by the 4th episode I'm like, oh no, it's just an idol show. But the premise on that, like, I desperately want to like that show because I love any concept, high concepts that are so stupid it actually works. And yeah, I really wanted to for Zombieland saga to be more interesting than it turned out to be. But the plot is a guy decides that he wants to bring back tourism or whatever, some sort of revitalization plan for Saga, because nobody goes there. And his decision is to revive a bunch of people and then have them do idol auditions.
Okay, so that's the zombie part. Got it.
Yeah. And it makes just as much sense as the first 2 episodes depict it, which is like, yeah, this is not gonna work. And I don't know, the part I liked most about it was at least the first 2 episodes were like, you know, the performance to perform death metal is as easy as just screaming in the microphone, even zombies could do it, was the best way I can summarize episode 1. And I thought that was like a really excellent way of making a stupid idea work, to make fun of, like, you know, at least people's perception of performances. And that's what they do with episode 2. It's like, you know, rap is so stupid, even zombies could do it.
Oh, yeah, I get the death metal because then they're dead. So I get that.
They get better. They're still dead, but they get better. It's not really well explained. Yeah, default. Let's just say this is voxel materia 1. And all I'm gonna do is just make them look different.
I mean, what else can you do with the material?
Make them look more different. Yeah, this one is... I'm gonna leave that as white for now. Yeah, but then this show just turns into a normal... Oh, I know why.
Work.
No. I shall make it work. What's the order of operation for this? Does it just choose... I'm gonna assume it just chooses one at random.
Alright, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Ah, there we go.
Seems like it. Yeah, it's a little bit more. Flashing's more noticeable, I suppose. Oh, it's got a little bit more color for the music.
Yeah, because of what we did, in theory, things are going to be more enclosed. I think I know what happened. That annoys me. But it makes sense as to why it will do that. 0.75. I should probably go through these by 3s. So this one negative, start with voxel 1. Oh, 0.25. Maybe 4? Yeah, let's go with 4. And then here, voxel 2, it's from -4 to -0.8. And then for here, it's from 0.4 to 0.8. Nope, I have pretty strong hopes this worked as intended. We still are not keeping track of how many of these thingamabobs that we actually collected.
No. The colors are gone. You think they're deep enough in there? I guess just swim for another 10 minutes straight, we'll see.
This didn't turn out the way I thought it would. What algorithm did I write? Oh, here it is, add voxel. So, get voxel. Go through, add, return a random voxel if voxel count, and then just gets a random one within those ranges. So this, in theory, should work. Yeah, larger value on the right. No, it does not look like it has. That's really strange because I know that it brings out a value larger than 0.5. I wonder, what does my pooling manager say? Pooling. All
voxel ones.
bunch of collectibles. Yeah, all voxel ones. How very strange. Why would you do that? If it's greater than X and less than Y.
Well, why don't you just put the values for voxel 1 for like voxel 3 and see if the outcome is that way, if it is even a value thing. Oh, you don't think it's gonna matter? Both of them? Oh, that works.
Hmm. That's the thing, like, in theory, so this just simply chooses between those two numbers and this. So in theory, this should actually technically work, is my understanding.
Nope.
Oh wow.
Like popped you back to the menu.
Yeah. Alright, no, that's on purpose.
That's cool.
Right, and then
There's
what happens if I strain this value? So if I center it more and more, it should. In theory, so this is the Perlin noise algorithm. It should, in theory, create more holes the smaller the range are. But that's not what I'm seeing, which is a little strange to me. Not sure what's going on there.
It's a mystery. It's a mystery.
Because I should be able to, for example, 0.4 and negative 0.4, I should be able to just say 0 here. And then the moment I do that, there's nothing. But what if I said 0 to 1? -1 to 1. Fills it in. Why would it require that the range must have a negative value and a positive value for it to even be considered?
I don't know.
How very strange. Well, I guess I'll look into what the heck is going on with that at a later date.
Yeah, all you want to do is just add a color.
And color I have added. Nobody will notice. Nobody except me. Then again, I feel like I'm the only person that knows the rules to this game too. Which is to say I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever you want them to be. I'm just gonna mix it up there.
Well, I know we had a very poor start, so we're probably going to be closing this off sooner than I would have liked, but that is the situation right now. Hopefully I'll do a little more studying of machine learning and find out if it's in fact possible to create artifacts using that technology or not. At least the color helps in being like, ooh, I want to explore this a little more.
Yeah. Helps the navigation there. Just makes it more interesting to look at.
Alright.
Probably also helps with depth perception. So you could also add a shadow to your thing to do that.
Well,
There's a machine learning course for Unity that I've been eyeing from Penny DeBile. Don't know if that would answer your question though. That's what Abby says there in chat. I don't know who Penny DeBile is. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. But you can take up that course. Machine learning course. Yeah, they got some machine learning stuff. I don't know if it's gonna do. I don't know what you mean by artifact. If you're just looking for strings, it's just automating strings. It's also automating an object. It's visual effects too.
I'm kind of interested by the fact that there seems to be a lot of openings on the Z plane.
This is Udemy. Has a YouTube channel and of course it's on Udemy, right? That's good. Look that up then. What, the XY thing with all the lines there?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, yeah, I don't think it's overlapping and we'll do it.
Well, I have problems to solve. Well,
That's an understatement. Right?
I don't know what I achieved. I added music. That's what I did.
Colors.
Yeah. Let's commit it.
I think that's about it, right? Well, particles too.
Are you sure you want to add them to the... We should be able to add them. custom action. Well, let's see what happens.